Alright guys, so today we're at DNA Garage. This is actually part 2 on the IC7 display install. And we're going to be doing something else too. We got Mickey in the house.
We're multitasking today, boys. So not only is Danny and the boys at DNA Garage going to be working on his dash cluster display that goes along with his Haltech system, we're also disassembling the 20B that is going to be going in a project real soon. So you guys are getting double duty today. I'm super excited to see how this works out for Danny's FD, because this gauge cluster is something that I'm actually going to be putting in the Civic as well. So I'm interested to see how it's going to work out and all the functions. I hear it's a great piece. Danny's going to test it out and we're going to find out.
Alright guys, let's get going. Do you know what you're doing, JJ? No. We're going to figure it out. We're going to figure this out together.
So right now I'm just installing the software, kind of going over what's what, and I already took off the interior panels. I prepped everything. Before he had the OBD to wireless CAN bus on there, so that way he could see off the phone. But now that we're upgrading to, we don't need the phone anymore. So now we're gonna have this beautiful display here. According to the instructions, you literally just plug in the back of this, plug into the ECU, and fire her up.
Yeah, so really all we have to deal with is just learning the software, how to program it. After that, everything should be easy. Yeah. We're gonna start taking this thing apart today to see what's going on.
We're actually gonna tear this apart thanks to Louie and the boys here at DNA Garage. We're gonna put some wrenches on this. We got the special tool it takes to take apart the 20B, which we'll get into more detail later, but shout out to Mazda Tricks for letting us borrow that. And we're gonna see what's going on inside, because we know there's some problems in there. We just don't know to what extent.
Now, I don't think we're gonna say much about what's actually gonna be done, like what kind of street port or P-port or none of that. I think you're just gonna have to keep watching it, right?
Yeah, we're not gonna give you all the secrets today. You're gonna have to subscribe to the channel and turn on those notifications so you guys get a notification for the next video where we're gonna tell you what we're doing to this motor.
So what do you gotta say, Louie?
Let's get it done, let's crack it open.
Let's do it. So one thing about this engine, just so you guys have a better understanding of what kind of 20B this is, what series and everything.
Well, that's the thing. A lot of people don't realize that there were different series, as you mentioned, of 20Bs. And so there's what, A, B, C, and D. And I've read and heard rumors of a very short run of E-code 20Bs, but I've never actually seen one. I don't know if you have. A is the earliest model, D being the latest model. And when you buy a 20B, you really want to focus on finding as late a model as possible, because there were some revisions, if I'm not mistaken, to this motor. And the later ones, C and D being the best. And you want to maybe explain a little more what they changed?
Basically, it's these parts, the casting of the irons. As you can see right here, how thick this is compared to this. See right here the thickness of it, and that's what determined. That's basically what they did, thicker, which
and that just makes it more stout,
stronger. Yeah, because of the dowel pins. Usually, when there was an issue, these would tend to crack.
Oh, okay. And so once they're cracked, you could probably weld it, but it's never going to be strong.
Yeah. It's never gonna be.
So if you guys are interested in buying one of these, the code for these engines can be found stamped on the original housings. So that's one way to tell if you've had one that's been rebuilt. If there was a housing damage and they replaced it with a different housing, it's probably not going to have this stamp on it anymore. This was done at the factory. We were lucky enough to source this motor from our friends over at JDM of California, and they were able to find us a late C-code model, which is a great engine to start with. So 1991 is probably when this motor was made, or maybe 90 for the 91 year of the Cosmo. And what's cool is we showed you the C395 on the rotor housings themselves, but looking really close, you can actually see that the C395 is also stamped on the irons as well in all three positions here. And that tells us one thing. That tells us likely this motor has never been apart. Because usually when you take a motor apart, it's because you need to replace something, and usually it includes a housing or an iron. So this is a complete engine, we think, never been apart. Another cool thing is on these cast tabs right here, this one has an F, this one has a C, and this one has an R for forward, center, and rear. housing. So that's pretty cool. I mean, I think the 13B has that as well.
Yeah.
We just don't have a center one. So fairly complete engine and like
All original.
never been fiddled with, we don't think. So that's probably a good sign.
1, 2, 3. Go down.
Damn, Louis, come check this out.
There we go.
Check this out, man.
That was sick.
That's pretty dope, huh? I haven't went through all of them yet.
Ooh.
That's cool, kind of like the original one.
Yep, there you look at
Oh,
Damn. That's pretty cool.
that's pretty tight.
Speed and RPM.
Yeah.
You can calibrate something. It also has like parking brake, headlights on or off, check engine, and check oil lights. Like a cross between a OEM gauge cluster plus Haltech functionality.
So right now what we're doing is just putting everything I wanted to display. So this is gonna take a little while, but we're getting it done. Okay, so now the fun part begins. We start tearing this stuff apart. This is really old plastic, so I hope we don't crack anything. God damn, dude. Hey, as long as we don't hear a snap, we should be all right. It feels like crazy stuck. Oh! Oh! The Gorilla Grip. Oh, the Gorilla Grip. Look at what we started. So right now JJ's running the harness all the way to the other side over here so we can connect it to the Haltech. And while he's doing that, I'm just gonna be swapping over this stuff to the flocked one. That way everything looks the same. Alright guys, so we got it working. Everything is good. We had to play around with a couple things here and there that were biting our ass, but at the end of the day, it's working, it looks good, so I'm happy with the results. Check this thing out, man. It just looks awesome. All right, Louis, what do you think's gonna happen? What are you gonna see?
Doritos! Well, we'll find out right now. I know front and rear had decent compression. The middle one was the one that was dead. But it was dead all over. Tried to get it unstuck, didn't come unstuck. Looked through the exhaust ports. Everything seemed to be fine. We don't see no groove, no gouges. I mean, as far as we can see because of the exhaust port being so small. But right now, in the next 5 minutes, is gonna be the moment of truth.
A lot of carbon buildup in there. Ew! She's been sitting for a while, that's for sure. Anything you want to say? A little bit of wear in there. Step pretty normal, eh, John? Did you look at the size of the iron? Iron looks good. Comes apart. How's this one look, John?
Very good.
Very good. So this is reusable. So that's a win right there. Seals are obviously shot.
Yeah.
I did.
Put it in
Nothing
a
going
Lambo. Sorry guys, I don't have that kind of money.
I'll let you borrow mine.
You got one?
Yeah.
It looks like an RX-7 now.
Exactly.
Alright.
Cross our fingers.
How's that look, John? Alright. One reusable.
Pull the sleeves, put FD sleeves in it.
Okay. Oh, the sleeves here, exhaust sleeves?
Yep.
Yep. So the exhaust ports are really small on these to create torque, we think?
Yeah. Yeah.
As opposed to an FD housing, which is much more open, pretty much out to this line out here.
Yep.
How much does this tool cost?
They're about $1,200.
It's about $1,200 for this special tool. You need to have this in order to pull 3-rotor eccentric shaft apart properly. And we borrowed this from Trick, so huge shout out to Trick. If you guys don't know who they are, you should. Oh, the front load comes off, I see. And so when you tighten this back down, it basically reseats everything.
Right, it goes into a taper truss here.
Yeah, I see that. I see that on there as well. Yeah. That's so good. Thing was $5.
Okay, rear is beautiful.
Okay, that's good
2
news.
down, 2 to go.
So the rear is in good shape as well.
Yep.
This is the one I'm worried about. Yeah. This is a $6,000. If it's not in good shape, and of course it's the last one to come apart. The suspense is killing me.
Very minimal.
Very minimal, John is saying.
Yeah, this engine's all original. It still has the markings from the machine.
Johnny is savage with that thing.
Okay, hold it there.
Got it?
Now, what do we got?
This is the one that we might have trouble with because it had no compression.
Ate it.
Ate an apex seal.
Ouch.
Okay.
Oh, I took out the center iron too.
Great. I mean, that's very possible, isn't it?
No.
No?
It'd be hard for it to get over there unless it was.
So is the apex seal missing? Yeah, that would explain the lack of,
Oh, gone.
dang.
Is it?
The
Or
whole
did it
thing
fall out
is
here?
gone.
No, it's gone. It literally shitted out.
How's the rotor gone?
Yeah, it has to be if it made those marks. Yeah, it's gone. This one's gone too.
Oh wow, that's deep.
That right there is gone.
Oh yeah.
All right, so the whole engine was taken apart, and this is the verdict right here.
Yeah, guys. So we lucked out. The engine's actually in really good condition. We end up with one damaged rotor and one damaged rotor housing. But our center iron, which is the critical piece, that big fat iron that was in there, that is in good shape. So that's a $6,000 savings, thank God. But this catastrophe happened right next to it, so we dodged a bullet big time. So basically you can see here, apex seal made contact with this housing and did quite a bit of damage, and that's why we had no compression on the second rotor, was because apex seal had been dragged around here and spit out the exhaust. And I'm really only just cleaning this one up because I want to keep it as a memento of the engine, so I'm going to probably take it back and put it on the bookshelf at Throtl as a keeper, because it is really neat. It has the serial number on it and it says 20B. I don't know, I'm a sentimental guy, so I'm going to keep it around, but that's the verdict. So now that the motor is torn apart, we've boxed it all up. I've gone ahead, I'm going to be ordering apex seals and a whole new seal kit for the 20B so that we can start putting this thing back together in a coming video. So if you guys haven't already hit that subscribe button down below, you're going to want to do that, because Danny and the DN Worx team is going to be along for the ride with us as myself, DNA Garage, build this motor back up, and then you're going to find out what car we're putting it in. So stay tuned, turn those notifications on, because you're not going to want to miss a beat.
All right, guys, so you guys heard it from Mickey. I want to give a big thanks to Mickey and Throtl for letting us participate in this build. And of course, DNA Garage. We're going to be filming every part of this build. So I look forward to making more content for you guys. And I'm not done with my RX-7, so that car is going to be getting a lot of stuff done to it. I have some parts that I ordered that are coming in, so look out for those. So till next time, guys, I'll see you guys later. Peace.